Ever wondered how athletes bounce back from muscle injuries so quickly? This is more than just a testament to their determination and grit. There's a fascinating science behind it, a process called muscle recovery. This biological phenomenon is not exclusive to athletes, but it's particularly crucial for them given the physical demands of their lifestyle. Muscle recovery is all about how our bodies repair damaged muscle fibers and build them back stronger. But did you know that inflammation, often seen as a villain in the health world, plays a vital role in this process? Yes, that's right. A recent study delves into the divergent roles of inflammation in skeletal muscle recovery, painting a broader and more nuanced picture of its function. This process is complex, involving a myriad of factors and intricate molecular pathways. It's a dance of destruction and construction, of breakdown and regeneration, which ultimately leads to a stronger, more resilient muscle. In the next few minutes, we will delve into the science of muscle recovery and how inflammation plays a crucial role. So buckle up. It's time for a deep dive into the fascinating world of muscle biology. Inflammation, a friend or foe to muscle recovery? That's a question many of us have asked. Let's delve into it. Inflammation is a natural response of our body to injury. It's like a well-orchestrated ballet where each dancer has a role to play. When a muscle gets injured, our body immediately sends out an SOS signal, mobilizing a group of proteins known as pro-inflammatory cytokines. These cytokines rush to the injury site, acting as the first responders, initiating the repair process. Think of these cytokines as the construction crew of your body. They clear the debris from the injury site, making way for new muscle fibers to grow. This transient increase in pro-inflammatory cytokines is essential for muscle repair. In fact, without them, the recovery process can be significantly hampered. However, just like in a ballet, timing and balance are key. If the inflammation response is too strong or lasts too long, it becomes a problem. Excessive or chronic inflammation can lead to muscle wasting and impaired recovery. It's like having a construction crew that never leaves, continually tearing down structures even after the repair is done. This can lead to a loss of muscle mass and strength and a prolonged recovery period. So, what's the takeaway here? Well, inflammation isn't necessarily the enemy. It's a vital part of the muscle recovery process, but it's a delicate balance. Too little and your body struggles to repair the damage. Too much and you're stuck in a cycle of destruction and impaired recovery. This understanding of inflammation's role in muscle recovery is crucial. It helps us realize that the goal isn't to eliminate inflammation entirely. Instead, we need to manage it, ensuring it does its job without going overboard. So the key lies not in eliminating inflammation, but rather in balancing it. But what factors influence our muscles' ability to recover? That's a great question. Two significant factors that impact our muscles' regenerative capacity are age and the variability of our body's inflammatory response. Firstly, let's talk about age. As we get older, our bodies undergo various changes that can affect muscle recovery. Age-related decline in muscle mass and strength, known as sarcopenia, can slow down the recovery process. This is because aging muscles have a lower number of satellite cells, which are crucial for muscle repair and regeneration. Moreover, older muscles may not respond as efficiently to pro-inflammatory signals that initiate the recovery process. Therefore, age is an important factor to consider when it comes to muscle recovery. Now let's discuss the second factor, which is the variability in our body's inflammatory response. When a muscle is injured, our body's initial response is inflammation. This inflammation is not necessarily a bad thing. In fact, a transient increase in pro-inflammatory cytokines can aid in muscle repair. However, if this inflammation is not well regulated and becomes excessive or chronic, it can lead to muscle wasting and impaired recovery. Furthermore, each individual's body may respond differently to inflammation. Some may have a more robust inflammatory response, while others may have a more subdued response. This variability can greatly influence the rate and efficiency of muscle recovery. So whether you're a young athlete or a seasoned veteran, it's important to understand that your age and your body's inflammatory response play a significant role in your muscle recovery process. And it's not just about how much you train, but also how well your body can recover from that training. Understanding these factors is crucial to developing effective recovery strategies. So, what happens at the molecular level during muscle regeneration? Imagine a bustling city filled with workers diligently repairing a damaged skyscraper. That's what's happening inside your muscles when they're on the mend. At the heart of muscle regeneration are our trusty satellite cells. These are a type of stem cell that reside within our muscles. When damage occurs, they spring into action, multiplying and maturing into new muscle fibers to repair the injury. But how do these cells know when to start working? That's where inflammation comes in. When we exercise or experience an injury, our bodies respond with an inflammatory reaction. This inflammation is like a distress signal, alerting satellite cells to the damage. The inflammation triggers a cascade of molecular events. Pro-inflammatory cytokines, tiny protein messengers, are released. These cytokines are the foreman, directing the repair process. They activate our satellite cells and guide them to the areas that need repairing. At the same time, the cytokines also stimulate the production of growth factors, such as insulin-like growth factor 1, or IGF-1 for short. These growth factors are like the builders, stimulating the satellite cells to multiply and mature into new muscle fibers. But here's the catch. Just as too much construction can disrupt a city, too much inflammation can hinder muscle recovery. Excessive or chronic inflammation can lead to muscle wasting and impaired recovery. That's why it's important to regulate inflammation. So how do we do that? Well, it's all about balance. Good nutrition, adequate rest, and appropriate exercise can all help to keep inflammation in check. Anti-inflammatory drugs can also be used, but these should be taken under the guidance of a healthcare professional. In a nutshell, muscle regeneration is a complex process involving a delicate balance of inflammation, satellite cell activation, and growth factor production. Regulating inflammation, therefore, is a key player in muscle regeneration. But what initiates this process of muscle regeneration, you might ask? Well, the answer lies in the activation of some special cells known as satellite cells. These microscopic powerhouses are nestled quietly on the periphery of your muscle fibers, just waiting for their moment to shine. When a muscle injury occurs, these satellite cells spring into action. Think of them as the first responders on the scene of a muscle injury. They're activated by the inflammation that results from the injury, which serves as a distress signal calling them to the site of damage. Once activated, these satellite cells begin to proliferate or multiply in response to the injury. This is a critical step in the muscle regeneration process, as it's these new cells that will replace the damaged muscle fibers. This process of creating new muscle cells from satellite cells is known as myogenesis. However, satellite cells don't work alone. They team up with other cells in the muscle tissue, including inflammatory cells and fibroblasts, to repair the damage. Together, they rebuild the muscle tissue, restoring it to its former strength and functionality. But the role of satellite cells doesn't end with the healing of the injury. These cells also play an important role in maintaining the health and strength of the muscle tissue long after the injury has healed. This is because a small number of these satellite cells remain in the muscle tissue, ready to be activated again if another injury occurs. In essence, satellite cells are like the custodians of your muscles, always ready to clean up and repair any damage that might occur. They are crucial for maintaining the health and strength of your muscles, making them a critical factor in muscle recovery and regeneration. So, satellite cells are the unsung heroes in the story of muscle recovery. They might be small, but they play a big role in keeping our muscles strong and healthy. So next time you're pushing through that last set at the gym, spare a thought for these little cells working tirelessly to keep your muscles in prime condition. So, what does all this mean for athletes and their recovery process? In essence, understanding the role of inflammation in muscle recovery is crucial. While a transient increase in pro-inflammatory cytokines aids muscle repair, chronic or excessive inflammation can impede recovery. The factors affecting muscle regeneration, such as age and individual variability in inflammatory responses, also come into play. The molecular pathways involved in muscle regeneration and atrophy highlight the importance of regulating inflammation for optimal recovery. Moreover, the activation of satellite cells and their role in myogenesis is key to post-injury muscle regeneration. By applying these findings, athletes can tailor their training and recovery strategies to their individual needs and circumstances. This might involve adjusting their training intensity, duration, or recovery methods to better regulate inflammation and support muscle repair. In the end, it's about training smarter, not harder. Understanding the science behind muscle recovery can help athletes train smarter, recover faster, and perform better.